So you want to get into dental school. Well, lucky for you, I got into dental school. And I completed dental school, and I have a lot of free game to give you right now. If you're in high school or college, listen the fuck up, get a notebook out, and take some notes on this, because this is going to drastically improve your chances of getting in and help you. Free game, bro. I'm giving out free game. Here we go. So you're a freshman in college, right? And you may not be a freshman. That's fine, but it's still going to apply to you. But if you are a freshman in college and you're listening to this, you are a lucky, lucky person. If you're a senior and you already have a 2.9 GPA, quite honestly, it's going to be harder for you, but we'll get there. If you're a freshman and you have no grades yet, you have no GPA, your GPA is a 0, because you haven't taken any classes, listen the fuck up. Number 1, be very careful on what your advisors tell you to do. Do not blindly listen to your advisors, okay? Because half of your advisors are stupid. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm gonna be mean. Half of your advisors are stupid. They don't really know what they're talking about because they haven't done the classes. They're advising you to take the classes that they haven't taken. Isn't that interesting? A lot of advisors will tell these freshman students, oh, go take biochem and physics your first semester. You'll be fine. Oh, no, you'll be fine. Do that and then take 2 gen eds. You'll take 18 credits and then maybe you'll graduate early. That's stupid. Ignore them completely. When you're a freshman and you do not know how to study yet, the last thing you need to do is take 3 sciences, get C's and D's in all those sciences because you just don't know what you're doing and you're overwhelmed and you're trying to make friends your freshman year because you just got there and you're trying to join clubs and you're trying to balance 15 different things and then you get a 2.5 GPA and now you're depressed. Like this is what happens. I talk to so many kids about this. Take 1 or maximum 2 entry-level science classes your freshman year. Now, if you're supremely bright and you did very well in high school, take 2 entry-level sciences, maybe a biology, maybe a physics, and take easy gen eds, okay? If you're on the border and you're like, I don't know if I can handle biology and chemistry in the same semester, just take 1 science and then take gen eds. Have an easier transition into college. Your spring semester of your freshman year, now maybe upgrade to 2 sciences that semester, because now you understand the game. You understand how to study a little bit. You understand that, oh, I can do well in this science class because I just did well in my last science class, my fall semester. Now your freshman year, you graduated with above a 3.5. This is so important. Too many kids are botching their freshman years, including me. And go listen to my last car talk where I talk about how I got into dental school. I botched my freshman year, bro. All right, I botched my first 2 years for the most part. Because I was listening to my fucking advisors and it hurt me. So now I'll be your advisor. Take it easy, take it slow. Now your sophomore year comes around and you have a 3.7, 3.8 GPA. You know how to study. You have a social life because you had time to make friendships and you know, party and do things that are also important. You don't want to be a zombie just studying all day. You want to be a well-balanced individual. Because in dental school, you need to be a well-balanced individual as an applicant. You can't just be a nerd and a dork and not talk to people. You need to learn how to talk to people, right? And I want you to build a social life. Now you can seamlessly cruise through college because you've built a strong foundation, you've built good study habits your freshman year, and now you should be able to kind of move efficiently. That brings me to my main point. Your GPA is the most important metric that matters for you to get into dental school. Let me repeat. Your GPA is the most important metric that matters. So don't fuck around and get a 2.5 GPA because you were guided the wrong way. With that being said, if you're lazy and you're partying too much and all you care about is girls and you know you're just gonna waste your college experience away, that's your fault. So stop being lazy, get disciplined, my friend. You can't blame everything on the advisor. If your advisor advises you right, if I'm advising you right and you still get a 2.5, whose fault is that? It's your fault. Because you're lazy and you're undisciplined and you're unmotivated. And you care too much about your social life. That matters. Your GPA matters the most, okay? Because that's a 4-year metric that they're looking at. They're looking at that metric and it's displaying to the admissions what can this kid handle, right? How does he tolerate stress? How does he handle hard, rigorous sciences? Can he do well in the biology and the chemistry and the OChem and the physics, right? These things matter to the admissions. Even though these things don't really matter as a dentist, they matter for you to get into dental school. So you really need to care about them now, okay? So GPA is your most important metric and you cannot be messing around. Now, if you're a junior or a senior and you have a 3.2, and this is pretty common because this is where I was. If you have a 3.2, 3.3 GPA at the end of your freshman year or sophomore year, you've dug yourself a hole. And now it's your responsibility to climb your way out of this hole. And you really only have one option to do so, and you know what that is. You need to rock your junior and senior years. You need to get 4.0s your junior and senior years. If you started off slow and you don't have the luxury of being a freshman right now, and you're a junior, you need to get 4.0s your junior and senior year. You need to make the necessary sacrifices and get that GPA. There's no other way around it, okay? That's what happened to me. I needed to really bump up my GPA, and so I made sure my junior and senior years, I got my 4.0s, and that's what happened. I was so fucking disciplined. Like, all my boys were partying, I was like, sorry bros, you do your thing, have a shot for me. I need to go to the library and study for the next 10 hours so I can get no more than 2 questions wrong on my next fucking exam. Because that's what it comes down to. This is a numbers game. If you want A's, you need to essentially get no more than 3 questions wrong per exam. If there's like 40 questions or whatever, right? So tell everyone to fuck off, get your 4.0s. If you are a senior and you have a 3.0 GPA, you kind of have to do a master's at that point, or a post-bac. There's not really much else, right? You've exhausted your options. If you're a junior with a low GPA and you have 1 more year, get a 4.0. Because that shows the admissions an upward trend. It shows the admissions that he started slow, but he finished strong. And now I respect him. He got a 4.0 his senior year. He showed me that he's not a complete bum and he can study and he could do it. I like that. Even though he didn't do as well his first 3 years, he did well his senior year. Maybe I'll give him an interview now because I'm intrigued by him. Got me? That's GPA. All right, let's talk about the DAT. The DAT is the second most important metric. There's no reason you can't get a 21 or a 22 on this exam. You do not need to be a genius. You just need to have discipline and a strong work ethic and a will to want to do well on the exam.
All right, quick intermission regarding the DAT. If you are struggling right now and you're having mental breakdowns every other day, you don't know what to do, you're lost, click the link in my bio to apply to work with me, and I will help you through the situation because I've been there before, trust me. All right, back to the video.
Those 2 numbers are the game. Nobody gives a fuck. If you were a president of 17 clubs and you did research and you did all this cool shit and you have 100 shadowing hours, but you got a 2.9 GPA and a 19 DAT, odds are you're not getting an interview. You might, but odds are the stats say that you will not. I need your GPA and your DAT to be at the higher levels, or at least at the mid-tier levels, a 3.5 with a 20 or 21. That will get your foot in the door. Number 3, your extracurriculars. Once you have the GPA and the DAT, now we can start focusing on your extracurriculars, right? What are you doing outside of being a nerd and studying? I recommend people to join a few clubs, just 2 or 3 clubs they're passionate about, so they're not burning all their time in these clubs. They can study and do what they need to do. Do 2 or 3 clubs that will help you get into dental school, right? So pre-dental society or a biology honor society, or join a fraternity or whatever you're interested in, you're passionate about, and get a leadership position in those clubs. Try and become VP, try and become president. Show the admissions that you can be a leader, that you can work with people, that you can develop interpersonal relationships with people, that you can lead a team, that you can communicate with people, because dentistry is communication. They want to know that you can communicate and be likable, right? That's really what it comes down to. Are you likable? Are you socially awkward? Or are you socially adept? That matters, and that's what they're trying to see. Are you a human being outside of the metrics that matter most, right? Metrics are important. They're the 80%. But the other 20% is going to come when you get the interview. now your metrics don't matter anymore, right? Because once you have the interview, everyone's on this playing field and they want to see, who do I like out of this batch of interviewees? I like the guy that's social, that talks to everyone, that is normal, that is funny, that's likable. Likable, likable, likable. Be likable, right? And it's pretty easy to be likable. Don't be a fucking asshole, right? If you're in the interview and you're talking shit and you think you're better than everybody else, good luck. So those are the 3 things that matter most. Of course, there's some other stuff. Go shadow, get some experience, fine. But those 3 things, GPA, DAT, extracurriculars, matter the most. So if you're a freshman or a sophomore, it is your goal to avoid doing a master's program. Why would you want to do that? Just get the GPA you need in college. You're there to get the GPA that you need, not to go get fucked up every weekend. Be disciplined. Get the GPA that you need now so you don't need to invest a whole nother year of hell and do a master's. And master's programs are tough, okay? It's a tough program. You are going to be worked for that year very hard. If you're a senior and you need to do it, go do it and do well. That's what it is. That's the reality. With all this being said, enjoy your college experience. Learn how to manage your time. If you are not having fun and partying and doing social things, you should be studying. If you're trying to get into grad school, you need to be studying the bulk of your college career. You're not a business major. You're not someone who can just lollygag their way to a 4.0. You are taking real hard classes that need time and attention. So give yourself the ability to do well by being disciplined, going to the library, finding a team of people that you work well with, right? Find friends that you can study with and grind together with. Because it's very hard to go through college and that pre-dental, pre-med track alone. Find a network of people that are in your boat and go through hell together. It's much easier to go through hell with a network of people that you trust than go alone. Remember that. I wish everyone luck here. I hope this was a very detailed video of how, and it's long. It's a long video, but if you watched it and you've made it this far, it will help you. Be disciplined. Learn to say no. Stop being a yes man and saying, yeah, so I'll go out and get fucked up and I'll study tomorrow, hungover, puking my brains out. No. Say no. Stay disciplined, get your A's, and when you're ready to study for the DAT, do it, and do it efficiently. With that being said, good luck. I'm gonna link some other videos that you might be interested in, how I got into dental school and some surgery vlogs. They'll be up here somewhere. And thanks for watching. It's your boy, Dr. Neil. I'll see you at the next video. Peace.